And welcome, guys and girls. My name is Gajitz, and this is episode 20 of Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved Skyblock. Alright, so last episode we got our jetpack and just the ordinary simple leadstone jetpack. So if we fall into the void, we've got something to potentially rescue us if we accidentally run off the edge or something or get hit off the edge, whatever. Uh, but we need to make that jetpack a little better than what it is. So, what I would like to do, actually, I was thinking of replacing that inside there with some cursed earth, but yeah, we might hold off on that. I've got it, and I'm going to use it eventually. We'll work out something for it. But what I would like to do is make this guy better. But if you see, if we go uses, we need a hardened one, which I guess we can't make because we need uranium. And to make uranium, we need a thermal centrifuge, which is a little bit of a hassle. But we do have a ton of the stuff required. This stuff, the crushed uranium. We've got heaps of that, which is pretty cool. Anyway, we have some stuff to do. So I've got basic machine casings in here, and I wanted to make 3 of those. So we need a few more chips. And I set up in between episodes, I set this guy up so he'll make any or like pretty much all of these chipsets. And basically the way you want to feed it is you want to feed like whatever the chip you want to make first. So say we want to make an iron chipset, you chuck a piece of iron in first, then the redstone, and it will make the iron chipset before it makes the redstone chipset. If you chuck the redstone in, actually, you know what? I'll show you. If you chuck the redstone in, it will then um, it'll make the redstone chipset first because it goes, oh, I don't have anything else to like to cook with. So if you see, if we go like this, see, it automatically selects the iron chipset. But if we go like this, it selects the redstone chipset. So if you want to automate this and you want like, you can have all your chipsets into the table, but you need to always make sure that the iron or the gold or the diamond or the emeralds, make sure that they go in first. And it will just sort of save you having to have like 5 or 10 of those tables. But we're not too worried about that. And I'm just going to chuck this in here because we'll probably need it up here anyway. We're going to make our basic machine casings first off. And then we're going to add a basic machine casing to here because we need, in order to make our centrifuge, we need something else. And that means we need our turntable. So that's one thing we need. We also need mixed metal ingots, which we're going to compress up in our compressor. All right. We also need basic capacitors. So I think I need 4 of these. Yep, 4. Yep, so we need some more redstone chipsets as well. I'm eventually going to like, we're going to have all of this automated and connected. I sort of want to skip logistics pipes, hence the reason why I went with Project Red transportation, because this is it works out a little bit cheaper and it's just as fast as logistics pipes. But it does kill your frame rates a little bit. Because what frame rates am I running right now? I'm like 40 FPS, 30 FPS. It's not too bad. It's playable. So let's grab another one of you, and we'll take you out. Then we need, I think it's only one motor we need as well. So we'll take all of that out. Now this guy is what we're going to need. So I've made up an energy crystal already, and I think in one of these, I must have taken it out. So an energy crystal is fairly easy. It's just diamond dust, which you get from sifting anyway. So, and I've made a couple of them in between so that we can have some resources to make what we need. But you just basically go, I think it's in the corners, in the middle, like so. Visual bug right there. And then like this. Or is it rotate? And this one? Yeah, it is. Okay, so you just make it like that. Then you get your Energium dust, which you get 9 of. And we're going to need a bunch of this later anyway. And you just chuck it in here. And it compresses it up into this energy crystal, which is pretty cool. Anyway, that's all of that. We probably don't need any of that stuff on us. Now, we also need our advanced machine casing, which looks like this. And the carbon plate, you just get... Ba-dum-bum-bum. So there we go. You just get pulverized coal, and again, it's really easy. You just make... So we need 2 of these. 2 raw carbon fiber, and then you strike it across, and you get raw carbon fiber mesh. And then again, in the compressor, you chuck it in, and you get carbon plates. Now this is carbon as well is what you use for your nano suit. So that's a thing. Bam. So all of that we've got. I'm just going to chuck all of this away, I think. Yeah, we don't need that or that. Anyway, so our advanced machine casing. Thank you. And the last but not least, we need coils. We need a lot of coils. I think it was 4. So let's grab a piece of copper somewhere. There we go. And we'll just extrude that. Thank you. Now that we've done all of that so that it would make the crafting process for our thermal centrifuge. Here we go. Our thermal centrifuge, a little bit easier. So as you can see, we needed our advanced machine casing and all of this, which means we need some more iron. And we'll go on this one. So basically, if we go like that, so we've got our advanced machine casing, our electric jet motor, our 4 iron, and 2 of you. Now we're just missing the gun, which is over there. So we need our advanced circuit, which is what we need our basic capacitors for, and all of that stuff. And we also need this turning blank, which is why we need the turning table. Now, with the turning table, there is a couple of things. It's not that one, it's this one. There are a couple of things that you can do with it to get your turning blank. And I'm going to do a little bit of the manual way because the other way is just really like difficult to get power to and makes the block way bigger than it needs to be. So if we chuck that guy down, and the other one we need is the kinetic dynamo, I think. Industrial craft 2. And we want, where are you? This guy right here. Okay, I can't spell. K-I-N. So we need a basic machine casing with a lever, which is really, really freaking easy if you think about it. But, let's see. Okay, let's make ourselves our lever. And then chuck our basic machine casing down. And bam, we've got this guy. Now this guy, the cool thing is, it doesn't matter which... I keep forgetting to put my jetpack on now. It doesn't matter which side it goes on, but you right click this, and this guy will go red. and then you can use your turning table, which is pretty important. Oh yeah, we need to make, not you, you. Cool. And there's nothing in this one? No. Alright, so you in there and done. And we're just missing the gun and the advanced circuit, which the advanced circuit we actually, that's right, we need more copper. More copper. Let's just do 32, doesn't really matter. It's not going to fill it up anyway. And then we need some rubber. I don't think I've got cooked up yet. Alright, so let me get a few of these things made up, and then we will be back once I have the rest of it ready. Alright guys, so I've got our electronic circuit made up, and if we chuck that in here, we've got our advanced circuit, and then if we add U to there, we don't have our gun or our mining laser. That's because we need our lathing tool, which was 2 iron castings, this guy, 2 iron castings and a steel plate or a reinforced plate, whatever. And then we need this turning blank, which is iron castings and some iron, and we grab you, and then we just need that for our thermal centrifuge, which we just put our lathing tool in here, and then we put our turning blank in here, and then we get a little bit of an option. Now this bit is a little bit tricky, but not terrible. So where is it? We need our recipe for our mining laser. So this guy, we just click on it, and so we need 4, 3, 2, 2, 2. So 3 2s, a 3, and a 4. So if we crank on this and get it running, then we come into here and we go 4, and then click on this 2 times to get 3. Oh no, we need to get a bit more juice going, and then go 1 more there, and then presuming a little bit more juice, and then go 1, 2, 3. Nope. So it is a little bit annoying, and there's no real way of automating the right click on this, but it does make it a little bit so you can't stuff it up. So get the last one down. Alright, fine. There we go. That should be it. And there's our turning blank. So we just take that guy out, and you get tiny piles of iron dust, which you can turn back into iron ingots. But we don't really care about that because we're going to make ourselves a mining laser, which we're not going to use because we're going to put it in our thermal centrifuge. So, and there we go. We now have our thermal centrifuge, which I'll, for now, just chuck. I want to put it here. Actually, you know what? I'll chuck it here. You don't need to be there. Where's my wrench? So we'll grab you, and we'll chuck our thermal centrifuge down, and wire you up. Get rid of you. So we can make this a tidy, clean setup. And eventually we will get a machine room, and I will build something up here. I haven't quite decided what I want up here, but I will build like a house or something, and we'll get a little bit of an area up and running. So now we have our thermal centrifuge. The next thing we need is we need to make uranium, which is radioactive. So we need to make up all of this suit. And I think I have, because we were playing with, yeah, we do, with Agricraft and getting all of that up to 10, 10, 10s, we should have enough stuff. to make our suit. So we need some glass iron bars. Do I have iron bars? Yes, I do. So iron bars. I think I need some wool. And some glass. Some glass. Alright. So let's see. We don't need turning blank. Let's make the head first. So one head. And then we need a chest. Ooh. Oh, we might be okay. Then we need our legs. I think we're going to run out. And last but not least, we need boots. Yeah, but we need 6. So I think I was cooking up some. Oh, look at that. Who's on the ball? Okay, so you with some wool. Or maybe not. Let's see if we can do it by hand. No, here. There we go. And there's our hazmat suit. Now we need to put this on, and I want to make a armor stand so that we can just like click it. Okay, armor stand is right here, which is just some stone slabs and a little bit of iron. Do I have the stone slabs? I'm loving this search tool too, eh? It is so good. Not enough. Alright. Yeah, there's so 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, we'll chuck this down too. So we'll chuck this guy over here. We don't need to worry about that. And pretty much you won't use, like, the only reason I use this instead of, there's an electric kinetic generator, and it's a little bit more expensive, and you don't make enough of these turning things to warrant it. So you can sort of do it manually to get enough of what you need. And last is some iron. Which is in here. Oh, 2. I don't think I have any more, do I? Probably not anywhere. No. Downstairs. Look at that. It's telling me all your iron is down here, man. Okay, fine. Let's grab it. And have a look in here and go. Oh, we only needed 2. So you, and then we're going to go 3 across the bottom, 2 on top of that, and we get our armor stand. Last but not least, we're going to grab a little bit of cobble. Make ourselves a lever, or a lever. And I guess, like, we don't really need you here. And I guess we could sort of put it here. I've got my jetpack on, so it doesn't matter. Jetpacks, man, they're the best. Okay, chuck that there with this guy on top. And if we come down here and grab our lever, can I? Or do I have to have that block there, do I? Alright, so what's hover mode? I think it's C. Yeah. Ah, that was close. No, I didn't want that there. Okay, let's see if we can do this time. There we go. I know there's hover mode, but I don't think I've set that up yet. Controls. Jetpack. Simple jetpacks. Yeah, see, it's conflicting with something else. So let's change you to whatever that is. That's T, so it's not good. Minus, no. And C. What's conflicting with you? What else is using C? G, B, C. Side inventory. IC2. No. Wow. Draconic evolution. We'll come back and fix these once we've got like other stuff. What are you? Coughs. Whoops. That one. Alright. Done. Done. And back to game. And then if we go that, our hover mode should be on now. Which isn't the best. It just stops you from going down a little bit. But anyway. And uses a ton of your power. And then if we right click that and go you, and then if we right click it now, or shift right click, sorry, it just automatically switches everything. See, now we're in this, right click it, it's back. That's why we wanted that lever on there. So we need to make sure that we remember when we have our jetpack on and when we don't. Otherwise we'll fall into the void. Anyway, let's see. So we have our thermal centrifuge. Let's grab this because we need some uranium. Grabbing the stuff out of here doesn't really matter. But yeah, like I just like to have my suit on so I don't forget. And then thermal centrifuge, open up. If we chuck that in, it should start heating up. Yeah, there we go, it's heating up. Once it gets up, it'll start spinning and taking all that stuff away and giving us lots of nice little things. So let's see our recipe. Where are you? This one. So we'll get 4 uranium, a tiny pile of uranium, and stone dust. I really want this stone dust as well because stone dust is used in our composite binder, and our composite binder is our binder composite, and it's our conductant binder, which is then used, fused quartz frames, really? Which is then used for all our Ender IO stuff. So that is pretty cool, and I want travel anchors for sure. Which we need some Ender IO machines to get all of this stuff. But warp item ducts are fairly easy to get, and then that means we can use the that then means we can use these ones, the item conduits from Ender IO to get all our stuff, which means we can then sort out this stuff and we can get rid of all of this and use Ender IO conduits and have power and everything coming through the same system and clean this up. And it'll also mean that we won't get to see all the stuff flying around, but not seeing it doesn't really matter. Making sure it works does. Oh yeah, also, see, I'm trying to fly and I don't have my jetpack. Also, with an empty hand, yeah, there we go. I added this to the area too, an auto workbench, which is making up the draconium sand and stuff. And we have all of this making our draconium and everything, which you guys have seen. But now we're getting the draconium ingots, which are bloody awesome. Anywho, I'm going to wait for that uranium to cook up, and we shall be back when it's ready. Oh, hang on. Off it goes. It's going. So it should actually be done with the first lot. Let's actually switch this because I don't want to grab it in excitement when I probably shouldn't. And we can probably chuck all of that away. Alright, and there you go. So uranium and stone, which is awesome. And then this one we can chuck straight into here, and we can use it to get our reactant dynamos to finish off our jetpack. But I also want to make and you know what? Let's get rid of this tiny pile as well. I don't really want to have it on me just in case. Oh, look at that. It's super fast once it's up and heated, hey. Oh, that's pretty cool. Anyway, I'm going to keep the stone dust on me because we need that for other things. But we are going to make dun 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 dun. This guy, our nuclear reactor. So we need a generator, which needs a bunch of other stuff, which is like a battery, tin casing, and tin cable. Really easy. We need reactor chambers, which are basic machine casings and lead, which we're also going to need like 6 of these as well. And then we need dense lead plates and another advanced circuit. So I'm going to get on to making this. Actually, you know what? We'll save that for next episode. We got our uranium. I'm still in my outfit, aren't I? Yep. We got our uranium, which is really cool. We're getting our dust, which is even better. And I'll get everything ready for where I want this nuclear reactor to be. And hopefully, when we come back in the next episode, we'll have a nuclear reactor. All right, guys. So if you liked the episode today, don't forget to hit that follow and like. And yeah, we'll see you next time. All right, guys. Later.